From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Heads Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Well, the first rodeo event is almost here. The Reading Rodeo tickets are still available. You can get them at readingrodeo.com or call the box office at area code 530-241-8559. Be sure to get those tickets for the night you want before they're all sold out. Well, we do have a warming trend through midweek. Could we see 100 degrees for the first time this year? No, we were talking about just last week, could we see 90 degrees for the first time? It happened. Now we're asking the question, just a week later, could we see 100 degrees for the first time? And that's not out of the question. We're also talking about the chance for some Sierra thunderstorms here, and slim chance for some of us in the eastern mountains near Susanville, for example. But we do have a cooling trend by the end of the week, so we're going up, then we're going right back down with those temperatures. Here's your neighborhood at a glance. Yeah, low 90s for the valley, mainly in the 70s and 80s for the higher elevations, really mainly 80s. It's Modoc County, for example. We'll probably see some of those cooler temperatures, and of course along the coast. We're going to see some clearing this afternoon, I think, for many of us along the coast, but there are going to be many areas where that fog, the low clouds, they're going to persist and kind of stick around through a good portion of the day. Now, most of the energy is being pushed up toward north. That's because we've got high pressure down to our south and west that's pushing that energy to our north. Now, we'll get to that here in a second. I do want to show you here that potential. See how we're seeing mainly in the northern Sierra, chance for a few showers and thunderstorms. And, a few showers trying to develop here out towards Susanville as well, but mainly dry conditions. Now, again, notice the fog along the coast. Some of us will see some clearing, especially towards Del Norte County. But then as we go into tomorrow morning, we're still seeing some of that fog, but by the afternoon, again, it persists a little bit near Eureka, but I do expect to see more and more clearing for the coast over the next few days. Once again, it's trying to pick up on a few showers in the eastern mountains, but mainly dry. Then we go into your Wednesday, and look at that, more sunshine for the coast. So I do expect to see that. There are, again, a few spots near Eureka that may have a hard time getting that to completely clear out, but overall the coast is going to be looking at improving conditions, and not to mention chances for showers and thunderstorms do diminish, especially off of the eastern mountains. But over the Sierra, I do expect to see some more thunderstorms here for the next few days. Here's the temperature trend. I'm just going to show you Reading kind of as an overall trend here. Going up, Wednesday, that day is the day that Reading could see 100 degrees, and then temperatures drop back down again. But look at that, from 100 degrees Wednesday to 87 degrees by Sunday. So again, quite a dip in our temperatures going into this upcoming weekend. So there's the ridge of high pressure right here. That's building, it's getting stronger. It peaks on Wednesday. This is when the Reading area could see 100 degrees, upper 90s for places like Chico. But we've got to watch this cooler air to our north. Now, as we continue to see this area low pressure move here, we've got another one off to our west. That will be kind of riding eastward as well. So this cooler air, these storm systems riding to our north, what they're doing is not only suppressing the heat and pushing the heat down to our south, but it's taking the heat and pushing it back down to the south and west. And this is going to allow our temperatures to drop significantly as we do go into the weekend. So here's what it looks like today. Those temperatures in the low 90s for the valley. So yes, it's going to be a warm start to the week. Not much change from yesterday, actually. Temperatures mainly in the 70s, some 80s in there, like 81 degrees for Mount Shasta City, 77 degrees, though, for Alturas. And there you can see Susanville about 83. For the coast, mainly in the low 60s, although some of those start heading inland. It does warm up pretty quickly with mid to upper 80s for Hoopa and Willow Creek, for example, and 83 degrees in Garberville. Here's your 7-day forecast for the valley. There it is, about 100 degrees for Reading, maybe as far south as Red Bluff, 99 for Chico. We're splitting hairs. Upper 90s to 100 degrees or slightly higher, but then temperatures do start to drop. We're back down into the 80s by the second half of the weekend. Looking at your coast, inland, and your Trinity County neighborhood forecast, we're going to peak somewhere around midweek. Temperatures do start to drop there as well. And looking at your 7-day outlook for Siskiyou County, Modoc County in the eastern mountains, looking at temperatures increasing, and then they also start to drop. We're back down into the 70s for places like Alturas again for Saturday, Sunday, but mainly in the low 80s for places like Mount Shasta and Susanville.